I'm meteorologist Chad Crilly, and it is time for a complete look at your forecast for the next week ahead. And boy, it is going to be hot in capital. In fact, we are running out of ways to describe just how hot it's going to be. It all has to do with our heat dome or ridge of high pressure. And we always get this ridge this time of year. But right now, it's a little bit stronger than normal and hence the above normal temperatures. Where's the ridge this afternoon? It's sitting over West Texas into eastern New Mexico. Close enough by and strong enough that it continues to bring us the really hot temperatures. By tomorrow, that ridge is going to slide ever so slightly to the south. In turn, we get our winds out of the southeast, and that could increase the monsoonal flow, the humidity out there, and the chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Heading into Tuesday through about Friday, that ridge begins to march towards the west. It's almost directly overhead, just a little south of us. It is a very favorable position for extreme heat in Southern California. And we see that ridge super close by until about the end of next weekend. So finally on Sunday, there's some long-term guidance. The ridge will shift to the east a little bit again, but still temperatures are going to be above normal. As you've probably already guessed, there is a number of heat alerts issued out there by the National Weather Service today. Let's start in Imperial County. There is an extreme heat warning there through 8 o'clock on Saturday night. The San Diego County desert floor is also under an extreme heat warning until 8 p.m. on Friday night. Shifting your attention to the west, in the orange color, the San Diego County mountains through our valleys under a heat advisory until 10 a.m. on Tuesday. What happens on Tuesday morning? Does the heat magically go away? No, that heat advisory is replaced by an extreme heat watch, which signifies potentially a more significant stretch of hot weather on the way next week, which I've been saying. So for the extreme heat watch, it runs Tuesday morning through Friday night. It includes the coast this time, where our coastal temperatures will be in the upper 80s to low 90s. In the valleys will be up to 102. And in the mountains, of course, will be making a run for 100 degrees. Outside right now on this Sunday afternoon, there's a live look pointed towards Boulevard. You can see some cumulus clouds trying to build up. There's a little more humidity in the atmosphere today than yesterday. 99 degrees is the current temperature. A west breeze at 9 miles per hour. Notice the humidity still relatively low at the surface at 20% and the dew point in the 50s. Both those numbers here will be on the rise. We're baking out there, especially in Imperial County. 113 right now. In Brawley is the temperature. Salton City is at 112. Again, we're a couple of degrees cooler right now compared to this time yesterday with the extra humidity in the air. But unfortunately, that makes it feel a lot hotter. In fact, it feels closer to 120 degrees in Salton City. Remember, our high yesterday there was about 116. Feels like 117 right now in Brawley. Feels like 113 in Ocotillo. It does not feel good. Feels like 100 in Temecula, close to the actual air temperature. Feels about 100 degrees in La Mesa. The other thing I want to point your attention to for this afternoon is out in eastern Imperial County, where we saw a morning round of showers and thunderstorms kind of skirt by. There might be some leftover outflow boundaries out there that we're watching. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center, as a matter of fact, has eastern Imperial County, this is for today, Sunday, in a risk level 1 out of 5 for severe weather. That's that darker green color that you see. It is a low-end risk, but within that risk, there is a hatched area, which basically means the chances of seeing severe storms is pretty low. But if we were to get one later this afternoon, there's the chance that one or two of them could bring a significant wind risk anywhere that you see in yellow. I'm talking wind 60 to 70 miles per hour. Again, probability and coverage looks low, but if we were to get a storm, it could go severe pretty quickly, and our downburst potential is high. So let's roll Futurecast into motion. We're talking about both these things at once. What's happening in eastern Imperial County, and then the heat for the rest of us. As we go into Monday morning, any of those storms will subside in eastern Imperial County if they even develop. Monday afternoon, the chance for showers and thunderstorms looks like it'll be confined mainly to the San Diego County desert floors as we tap into more monsoonal moisture. Hot for everybody. Look at temperatures. We're baking tomorrow afternoon in Borrego Springs at 109, 108 in Brawley. Again, these are maybe a hair cooler. Again, compared to today. That's because the humidity will be at its highest on Monday. Don't forget, it's going to feel quite a bit hotter than what our forecast high temperatures are on Monday afternoon. 95 Monday afternoon for us in Escondido, 91 in La Mesa, mid to upper 80s along the coastline. We kind of lose the monsoonal moisture on Tuesday, which means temperatures are going to start to climb up. So we'll start off really warm, hot everywhere. By Tuesday afternoon, we're back around 110 through 115 out in Imperial County, mid 90s along the I-15 corridor. The coast is going to be in the mid 80s, and then any showers and storms will be confined to Baja California. Each and every day we progress through this upcoming week, the hotter it's going to get. So Wednesday morning, we start off near 100 in El Centro, starting off near 100 in Salt City as well. 80s for the mountains, mid 80s in Escondido. And then we roll into Wednesday afternoon. Look at this, baking, 115 in El Centro. Mid 90s for our mountains, 104 in Temecula. Our coastline is going to feel the heat as well. Look at Los Angeles to the north, forecasting 103 there on Wednesday afternoon. And then Thursday and Friday look like the peak heat days for us. You can see there is a heat risk. This is a product by the National Weather Service. It's a scale, pretty much 1 through 4. And a lot of us are tapping into that extreme risk category. This is respective to where you live. It kind of takes into account what your normal high temperatures are and what you would normally expect. And you can see parts of the San Diego County coastline on Friday underneath the extreme heat risk category. Same goes for Imperial County. Obviously, with all of the heat, it is going to be dangerous out there. There are so many of us who don't have a way to access air conditioning. This is important. There are cooling centers out there in San Diego County. All you have to do is go to sandiego.gov/places to cool down. And Imperial County, that website is icphd.org/cool centers. It's going to find you a place, sometimes libraries, to even step into the air conditioning for an hour to 2 hours. It really helps out a lot, especially if you're just baking in a spot without AC. Let's put it together for you, show you your 7-day forecast for the deserts and Imperial County. Obviously, a very hot and dangerous stretch of weather ahead here. Monday, humidity increases, temperatures drop a bit. Tuesday, we're on the rise. We're at 112, 115 on Wednesday. The record high is 118, 116 Thursday. Record there is 117. We may tie it. And then on Friday, the record is 117 again. So another shot of potentially tying that record. By Sunday, we try and cool down just a few degrees, but it might not even be that noticeable. In the mountains, a 20% chance of showers on Monday, even lower chance on Tuesday. The bigger story is going to be the heat. Extreme heat watch begins on Tuesday and then continues through Friday. We make a run for 100 degrees possibly on Thursday afternoon, mid 90s for Saturday. Same for Sunday. Overnight low is going to be in the 70s, so it is not going to be a whole lot cooler there either. Finally, for our valley locations, I want to mention this. The extreme heat watch again starts Tuesday into Wednesday. It's in effect, but we're going 100 degrees on Thursday for a high temperature. The record is 102 for our valley locations. Friday, the record's 102 as well. We're about 99 degrees and not getting a lot cooler heading into the weekend. We shave off a couple of degrees Saturday into Sunday. Overnight lows will be in the low to mid 70s. Our coastal area is also possibly going to break some records out here. Remember, I said not a lot of relief at the coastline. Record for Monday is 85 degrees. We're forecasting 85. We could tie it, maybe break it. Extreme heat watch begins on Tuesday for our coastal zones through Friday. And look at the records that we could get close to on Thursday, forecasting 88 with a record high of 91 for that date. 90 is my forecast high temperature for Friday with a record of 91. And Saturday, the record is 88. We are forecasting 89 degrees. Again, that is at the coast where your toes touch the water. So no escaping the heat this time, even at the coastline. Really hot stretch of weather ahead. Stay safe out there.